Hello there, and welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist. And today we're going to review the excellent new album from Tamaryn, which is called Dreaming the Dark. And for those of you who don't know who Tamaryn is, well, Tamaryn, real name Tamaryn Brown, is a New Zealand artist that makes huge sounding shoegaze music. In fact, she's been made known because of her unique use of her cinematic blend of shoegaze in her records. And now she's been sort of, kind of moving away from all of the noise that permeated her other records into a more lush and gothic and very beautiful sounding dream pop. I think it still has elements, I mean, a lot of elements from her earlier albums that made her so cool. And also, her voice is just so amazing. And she's actually written music for Sky Ferreira, and she's also done like music scores and everything. But anyways, how is this album? I mean, how is it to listen to this album? Well, it's a bit like this. All right, we're going to go to the CD unboxing, and here you see the CD. It's very simple. It's just a slipcase, and that's quite all right. Because I really love the album cover art, and you can actually see that it's and here's Tamaryn herself, and you see like the dreamy, sort of dark landscape that actually, how do you say, if the record had a sort of picture to just detail how it sounds like, then this one is it. And you can see that Tamaryn was behind, like the whole process of this record, even the album art, and it's just really amazing. Then you see like the behind, where you see the album track listing, and also over here you see like in the small print, like all of the producer credits and song details and whatnot. So yeah, how is this album musically? Well, musically, this album is a step forward from her well-established dream pop sound in her in the album before this one, which is called Crane Kiss. Crane Kiss is an amazing album, but I found that album to be just a tad bit uneven. Like, it started very, very strong, and then it just kind of waned for a little bit, and then it picked up, like right in the end with the amazing song Sugar Fix. Anyways, this new album actually doubles down on the dream pop and the electronics, but also goes even further darker and very, gets even more visceral and reverb driven. You could even say that it's an update of the 4AD sound, like taking cues from acts such as Cocteau Twins and Clan of Cymox. I really recommend you to listen to those bands, but Tamaryn just makes it so effortlessly modern that it all sounds just kind of like in a limbo in between just sounding like all those bands from before, but also just updating them. And it's all accompanied by her amazing and expressive voice. Like, her voice used to be on the behind of the production on her first albums, but now it's taking front and center, and she really commands a song, and that's just amazing. Anyways, how is this album lyrically? Well, lyrically, this album goes from different themes of romanticism, anger, and also mysticism. There's the first song, The Angels of Sweat, that actually takes some kind of, like vampiric themes, and it's also about sex. And that was also one of the signatures of her past album, Crane Kiss, which had a lot of, sensuous and very, how to say, naked tracks about, about lovemaking and all of that. And I really appreciate that, because it all sounds so, how do you say, so fierce and so amazing. Like it's literally, how do you say, you literally feel lifted up, and that is not to say that this album also has its fragile and tender moments. There's this song that's called "Terrified" that actually speaks about, you know, like being afraid of someone, and that's also, you know, like like an album highlight, and I just really appreciate that song as well. It's very beautiful. And yeah, those are mostly the themes behind the album. Also, you can see that Tamaryn has also said that one of her biggest influences on this album was actually Kanye West, especially his album 808's Heartbreaks. I haven't listened to that album, so you have to bear with me. But anyways, um, according to her, she kind of like interpolates both Kanye West and Tears for Fears, which Kanye West was very inspired of when he did that album. And I think that she does that actually well. Like, you sort of feel like the spirit of, you know, that album's record, and no, sorry, that album's song, because I've actually listened to like 3 songs from the Kanye West album, just to sort of feel like what headspace Tamaryn was in, and I really feel that she just did it amazingly. Anyways, so what do I give this album? Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really masterful album, and it shows really the growth of Tamaryn as an artist and as sorry, and as a songwriter. It doubles down on the darkness and the melodrama, but you can still see the brightness and the amazingness that first started with her past album, Crane Kiss. And I really recommend you to listen to it, or I mean, buy it, listen to it, and you know, please support her, because I think she's a really underrated artist that needs to, be getting. I mean, that needs to be heard, because she's just really talented. And yeah, that's what I really wanted to say. And thank you so much for watching this review. As always, I'm going to be back every Saturday, and for classic album reviews, and every Wednesdays for a new album review. And if this is your first time watching me, then please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just gonna keep on using this format to just talk about the music that I'd really like, that I really like for people to listen to. And I'd really enjoyed listening to this album. Anyways, thank you so much, and as always, I'll be back next week. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hej då!